straw that broke the camel's back. Hello again. Welcome back to my channel, The World of Make-Believe. I hope you're having a wonderful day, wherever you are in the world. My day with my students has been great so far. In fact, this entire Christmas season with my students has been nothing short of a blessing, an immensely joyous occasion, that has been given to us from the Almighty. Now that Christmas has come and gone, it's time to finish the rest of the year in positive spirits. In this video I will, to the best of my digital capabilities, share with you the series of events that would ultimately break the camel's back and sever the family relationship ties between me, my twin brother and my grandmother. Over the past 3 or 4 months, I was asked by colleagues of how my summer vacation was with my son and family. This question ignited such feelings of rage and sadness all at once, and the only response I could utter in a monotone voice was, "Good, what a lie." As an honest person who values the truth, answering this question with a lie hurts a little, and it conceals the pain, shame and embarrassment I feel for who my family members truly are, and their capacities to behave with dysfunctional, toxic, abusive patterns of behavior. And even if I wanted to answer these questions truthfully, doing so would potentially open the proverbial can of worms and lead to problems in the future. So, here I am, alive and well and sharing my stories in the YouTube world. Ladies and gentlemen, I now give to you, the first episode in the world of make-believe, The Straw That Broke the Camel's Back, April, 2021.
Hello.
Hey man, how are you and Granny doing?
Things are going pretty good, just the same as usual. How are things for you in Taiwan?
Things are going great for me here. Taiwan is handling this pandemic like a boss. It's been almost 2 years since I last saw you all. I miss everyone. I'll finally be able to return home this summer. I really miss you all.
We all miss you too.
Cool. Also, I need to give you the heads up for the plans I want to complete while I'm there. If the floor is still good, I want my son to help me lay some new carpet in the room that was water damaged. So, how's the floor in that room where the ceiling caved in after that heavy rain?
That floor is decent. The carpet was trashed and was thrown out. I'll tell her what you said.
Please do. Also, we will need to rent a dumpster to toss our garbage in. There is a ton of junk in her basement that needs to be hauled away. I will only be back for 2 weeks, so we have to make sure everything is organized and in order. I will not have time to waste.
No problem. We will get everything done.
One last thing, can you help make reservations to have a dumpster delivered for when I'm there? I will only be back for 2 weeks. My first week will be for cleaning her basement and laying new carpet. For my second week, me and my son will do things and I will rest.
Yes, I will ask my friend to ask her husband. He works for the city. We will get everything taken care of.
Alright, cool. Love you dude. Talk to you later. May, 2021. I wonder what's the progress with that dumpster. Let's call my twin brother.
Yay buddy, Xbox just put out some new video games and Marvel is releasing the newest Spider-Man movie next year. Hooray. Hello.
Hey, how are things? Any updates on that dumpster? I'm in the middle of organizing my travel arrangements and quarantining accommodations for July.
No. She told me she told her husband, but I still have not heard anything.
Okay, when you hear something just let me know. I'm trying to make sure everything is in order for when I'm there. I'll only be there for 2 weeks.
Okay, no problem. When I hear something I'll let you know.
Okay, cool. Love you dude. Bye. June, 2021. My twin brother still has not told me anything about securing a dumpster. Let's give him a call.
Tonight I'm going to feel real good. My new bowl arrived this morning and I got some new indica, fresh from the dispensers. Smoke some bud and chill. I got it made. Hello.
Yo, what's going on with the dumpster?
Look dude, will you stop annoying me? I told you I will call you when I hear something.
Alright man, bye. Let me give Granny a call.
It's getting late. My cats better hurry up and come in so I can lock my door. Hello.
Hey Granny, it's me. How are? Yes, I will be there in a few weeks. You know that I plan to do a few things around your house while I'm there, right?
Yes, I've heard. Will you have enough time to do everything?
Yes, I do believe so. But can you help me find a dumpster? I discussed my plans with my brother and he agreed to help me make a dumpster reservation for when I'm there. I'll be back in 2 weeks and he still hasn't secured a dumpster reservation.
You know he takes forever to do anything. Let me get the phone book and take a look. Call back in about 10 minutes. Hello honey. I found a place called Bernache. Try them. Here's the number.
Thanks a million Granny. I'll call them now. Love you. Bye. Hello, is this Bernash wreckage? It is. I would like to put in a request for a dumpster, for July 23rd. My name is Tony Plotigan. I live on 0071 Make Believe Avenue. I'll pay cash money upon delivery. Thank you so very much. There's one more thing I should do. My brother has a heart problem, so I don't want him lifting any heavy items and hauling them upstairs from that basement. I'll call my nephew.
Hello. Hello.
Hey nephew, how are you? I'll be back in a few weeks and I want to know if you can help me and my son with something.
Everything is going good. What do you need help with?
Me and my son will be cleaning out the basement at Granny's house. I would ask my twin to help, but I don't want him to. He has heart problems and I'm afraid that if he overexerts himself it will cause problems for him. So, can you lend us a hand?
For sure. Just let me know when you get back.
Cool. Love you nephew. See you soon. Bye. Taking the MRT to the airport in Taipei. Wow. Packing luggage and traveling is so exhausting. I'm going to sleep the whole way through this trip back home. Hurry up train. Just come already so I can get back home. Finally. I'm going home.
Hello, sir. Please fasten your seatbelt and straighten up the back of your seat. We will take off momentarily.
I'm so excited to finally be returning home. This pandemic has totally inconvenienced traveling and the lives of everyone in the world.
Yes, it has. Will you be going to see anyone special?
Yes, I'm going to see my son. I miss him so much. And I'll see my grandmother and my twin brother. Me and my son will do some home repairs on my grandmother's home.
How sweet of you. It's time to depart. Have a safe flight.
Thank you. I will sleep now. See you once we've landed. July 21st. Hey dude, thanks for picking me up from the airport.
No problem, dude. Anytime.
Tomorrow I would like to use the car to buy the things we will need for when we lay the new carpet, and I need to buy myself and my son some foods to eat.
No problem. Just make sure I have gas in the car.
Hey honey. It's so good to see you. I'm happy you made it safely.
Thanks Granny. It's sure nice to see you too. Where's my son?
Hey Dad, I'm right here.
Hey son, I missed you so much. Come here. I am so exhausted from traveling. I will eat a little bit then sleep. Alright?
Sure Dad.
Tomorrow morning we have to be up early so we can start tackling our plan. I'll go get some sleep now.
Okay Dad.
Love you son. See you early in the morning. July 22nd. Alright son, let's get out of here and get these things we will need. Be thinking of some food that you want to eat.
I can eat anything but nasty bananas.
Cool. There seems to be a problem with this key. It will not turn over.
Want me to call my uncle?
Nah, I'll keep trying. It should work. Ah, there goes. Let's head to the store. Alright dude, here goes the plan. You go and find staples, the straight edges, carpet cutting blades, and nails. I will go find the carpet and have them cut it to size. Also, I'll get the kick bar and the staple gun. Deal?
Sure. When finished collecting my things, where will we meet?
Meet at the front of the store, near the pop machines. Capiche?
Got it Dad.
Alright dude, let's be quick about this and grab food.
You got it.
Grab anything you want and meet me at aisle 15 in 15 minutes.
Easy. See you in 15.
Alright son, let's move this furniture so we can get the flour ready for the carpet.
Sure no problem. But one thing first, my uncle is asking if you can go buy some pizza?
Alright, I'll be right back. The beginning of hell at my grandmother's home. Wow, this key absolutely will not turn over. I've been trying and trying for 45 minutes and nothing is working. Hey Granny, there is a problem with the key in his car. It will not turn over.
Well, I don't know what to say. Have you told him?
I'll tell him now. Hey man, there's a pro with the key to your car. Yes, the key will not turn over. The car even had problems before I left to go buy the new carpet and food.
The car worked fine yesterday. I didn't notice any problems.
Well, your car is 18 years old and ignition modules do sometimes go bad. All I did was put the key in the ignition and try to turn it over. Then nothing happened. Do you want to have it towed somewhere?
I don't know what to say. My car worked fine until you drove it. I'm going to go smoke some weed. I'm retiring back upstairs.
Okay, I'll keep trying to get it started. If it doesn't work you should find a tow truck. I didn't do anything to cause this problem in his car. All I did was put the key in and turn it.
I don't know what to say.
This is not fair to me. I'm not spending my vacation money to fix this problem of his, but I will help him fix it. The rest of July 22nd to July 23rd. If you're still tuned into this video, I appreciate your being here. Now is a good time for me to begin telling parts of my horrific vacation through pictures. On July 22nd, after the ignition switch in my brother's 18-year-old Honda Civic went out, he retired to his room and assistedly absolutely in no way to the laying of the new carpet, nor did he make an attempt to get his car towed to a repair shop. But me and my son had a mission to fulfill, so we continued working on completing our agenda of laying new carpet by removing and relocating all of the furniture in the room where the carpet would be laid, and preparing the floor's surface by getting on our hands and knees, using pliers to remove old staples, and scrubbing the filth away with brushes and Pine Sol cleaning agents. For the total duration of time we spent readying the floor for new carpet, that car sat untouched in the driveway to their home, and my twin did not make any attempt whatsoever to have it towed to any repair shops, where a mechanic could perform a proper inspection and diagnose the problem. The rest of July 23rd to July 24th. Given the unfortunate setback we encountered yesterday, July 22nd, my son and I progressed rather successfully in completing our agenda. The entire floor was clean, staple-free, and had straight edges and underfelt nailed down and stapled down to it. Now being on July 23rd, the dumpster I had reservations for arrived around 12 o'clock, noon. So, here was our situation in that moment after the dumpster had been delivered. We had a non-operating vehicle stuck in a driveway, with a 10-yard industrial dumpster placed in front of it, blocking access to the street. During this time I would only see my brother once or twice around noon as he appeared and looking for food. I would ask him if he had thought about what he would do to get his car fixed or at least have it towed to a repair shop, and again he would reply, "I don't know. I'll be in my room." So, me and my son carried on with our plans. Since the floor was nearly finished, we turned our attention to the basement as it was the biggest, most laborious of the two jobs. And down there in that basement, me and my son found ourselves working in an extremely filthy condition. There were mice turfs everywhere. There were cobwebs everywhere. It was apparent that no one had dared to step foot in that despicable, horrendous, filthy basement for a very long time. There were things that had been tossed down there and left to rust and rot for more than 2 decades. There were old soiled mattresses and bed sheets, old rusty chairs and broken exercise equipment. There were old stacks of magazines and papers that were soiled in rat and mice excrement as well. And the stench. Wow. How could anyone let their home occupy such a disaster of a room? But me and my son humbled ourselves and kept on with our mission. On July 24th, I phoned my nephew and asked him to come lend a hand. I did not want to overwhelm my son seeing as he was on his summer vacation from school. My nephew would arrive shortly after 2 p.m. on July 24th. Since he was there with his functioning car, I asked him to take me to buy some water and food for my grandmother and twin brother. Already almost 2 days had passed and I wanted to make sure my grandmother had food and water. And, since we were out, I asked him to take me to the Honda dealership so I could inquire about the problem with my twin brother's car. While at the dealership, I explained the problem to the mechanic and told him what I was doing when the problem occurred. And, I told the mechanic to be expecting the car I'm referring to be towed to this Honda dealership later in the evening. By the time my nephew had left, the basement was about 75% completed. He left late in the night. Also, on July 24th, I explained to my twin brother about my trip to the dealership, and asked him to find a tow truck company to come and tow his car to the Honda dealership. Again, in his retired state, he chose to smoke weed and play video games. With no other option, I took occasional breaks from the basement cleaning project to contact car towing companies. One company promised to come retrieve the car and tow it to the Honda dealership but failed to show up. Ultimately, the car would not be towed to Honda on July 24th. Me, my son and nephew continued working throughout the rest of the evening. July 25th. In the morning of July 25th, at around 10 o'clock, my nephew returned and we began to remove the last extremely heavy objects from out of the basement. At around 12 o'clock noon, I began calling tow truck companies to arrange for someone to take my brother's car to the dealership. I searched Google for almost 2 hours, in search of an affordable towing company. As I was on my vacation and with my son, the money I had included in my vacation budget was for me and him, and for the home repairs, not a $300 tow truck. After finding a reasonably priced towing company who had agreed to pick up the car before 3:30 in the afternoon, we were disappointed yet again as they had not arrived by 4:30. So, my twin brother came storming downstairs, yelling at me, and hurling insults at me for looking for a reasonably cheap-priced tow truck company. And then, all of a sudden he yelled, "Why didn't you call K&S? Call who? Are you fucking kidding me?" To myself I thought, where the fuck were you with K&S towing company information while I spent 2 hours looking on Google? Needless to say, I called K&S, and they came very quickly and towed her to the Honda dealership. Before the car was taken away from their property, I wrote a very thorough and detailed letter and left it on the dashboard with instructions to phone my brother with they discover about the car. The rest of the evening, my son and I would finally sit down and watch a movie together. July 26th. In the morning of July 26th, at around 10 o'clock, the Honda dealership would call my twin brother and tell him the problem, which was the ignition switch solenoid. The following video is a reenactment of the conversation between me and my brother shortly after speaking with the mechanic from the Honda dealership. Hey man, what did you find out from the dealership?
They told me something about some ignition silly thingy.
Probably an ignition switch. Did you ask if they had a replacement part and how it would cost for the repair?
They don't have a replacement part on hand. They will have to check their inventory and order it, which is no guarantee that they will even have the part. The dealership will not know if they have it or not for 2 weeks. And if they do have it, it will cost $1,500 for the new part, and almost $2,000 for the total cost of repairs.
So, what are you going to do? You should look around at some junkyards. You need a car.
Fuck it. I'm going to wait 2 weeks and see what they say. If they don't have my part, oh well, they can have that car.
But Granny will need things.
Dude, I done told you. Screw that car. I'm waiting 2 weeks. I'm out. Gonna go smoke some butt.
After finding out what the problem was for my twin brother's car, I called every single junkyard in the county, until luckily I found one place with the exact same part my brother's car needed, and it only cost $25. Talk about a huge savings. And I must remind you, my son and I were still in the process of laying down the new carpet. The following video is a reenactment of the conversation between me and my brother shortly after I located the part he needed in a junkyard. Hey man, I found a junkyard that has the part you need for your car.
How much is it?
Only $25.
Wow.
Do you know anyone who can come take me out there to get it?
No. And you are about to take it off the vehicle? Huh.
Yes man, we are poor people. Huh my ass. You don't know anyone?
I said no. I don't know anyone. Now leave me alone.
When a narcissist is unhinged. At this point I was becoming fed up with my twin brother's lack of effort and lack of involvement in getting anything accomplished. In April, 3 months prior to the day and time for which these videos narrate, I had informed him of my plans to lay carpet and clean that filthy basement and he agreed to help out. But with the logistic work, such as making phone calls for reservations, or phone calls to have his broke down car towed to a shop or phone calls to salvage yards in search of the part he needed, he did none of it. It all fell on me to take care of, and not once did I become angry or complain. I simply dealt with it and sought to overcome. I still had my mission to accomplish. And me, my son, and my nephew were a 3-man working force who had up until this point completed 90% of the workload successfully. Seeing as I had located the part he needed in a junkyard for only $25, I would expect him to jump for joy and look for me a ride to come take me out there to pick it up. But no, in his resigned state he smoked weed and played video games. Like wow. He was willing to wait 2 weeks for a part that may no longer be available, and if it were available he was willing to pay $2,000. Like, hey dummy, the part I found will save you from wasting $2,000. Regardless of how I felt or what I thought, never did I share it with my twin brother while they're performing work. And me and my son would do just that. We would spend the rest of the day and evening laying the rest of the new carpet, and my twin brother would not find me a ride to get the part. The next video is a reenactment of the conversation between me and my twin brother, and what would transpire the morning after me and my son had finished laying all of the new carpet and returning the furniture, and all of the cobwebs had been swept away and all the rodent excrement soiled junk had been removed from their filthy basement and put in the dumpster. July 27th. Narcissistic rage on full display. Good morning dude. Right now it's 10 o'clock. Can you please help me find someone to take me out there for that part?
Dude, I told you I don't know anyone. Leave me alone.
Are you really going to let your car sit in a dealership's repair garage, when I've found the repair part?
Dude, I told you I don't know anyone.
Really? Dude, the part only costs $25.
I don't know anyone. Damn. I done told you already I don't know anyone. Leave me alone. I'm so tired of you and your shit. I'm tired of your mind games and twisting shit. My whole entire life I have had to deal with your shit and I'm tired of it. I want you out of my life. Now leave me alone.
While listening to my twin brother's rage-filled attack I felt shocked and totally surprised in the moment. However, mere seconds later, my twin brother would physically assault me, smash a floor fan on the side of my head, tackle me to the ground, and pin me down with his 400-plus morbidly obese body. My son was present and witnessing his father being physically assaulted and abused by his uncle, my twin brother. The morning after we had finished laying all of the new carpet and cleaning out that horrendously repulsive and filthy dungeon of a basement, while pinned down to the floor, I had to shimmy my way from underneath him, all the while looking at my son in the eyes and saying, "We are not going to fight. You take Granny and you both go over there in a different room. We are not going to fight. Once back on my feet, the arguing continued and I told my twin brother that I am not his problem, his. Go look in the mirror. Shortly thereafter, I went to the bathroom and inspected the injuries I acquired at the result of being hit in the face with a hard plastic floor fan, being tackled and pinned to the floor, and having to force myself from underneath my twin brother. The side of my face was bleeding and the skin on my elbows and knees had been peeled off. After concluding that I had not acquired any life-threatening injuries, I phoned my niece and asked her to come pick me up and take me to the salvage yard to pick up the part my twin brother needed for his car. As far as I was concerned, my grandmother depends on that car as she will need to take trips to the store for water and food, and she will have to make it to her doctor's appointments. There was absolutely no way I would not get that car fixed. I was determined. In comparison to $2,000, not spending $25 to fix your car's problem is stupid. After my niece and I went to pick up the ignition switch from the salvage yard, we delivered it to the dealership. Later, I would return to that home and have nothing more to say to anyone for the rest of the day. July 28th. Adding insult to injury. On the morning of July 28th, still with hurt feelings and extremely angry and pissed to the 10,000th degree, from being disrespected, devalued and misused in front of my son by my twin brother, the person I had selflessly and humbly been helping undo the problems brought on by his years of neglect, I chose to remain in bed and not arise to communicate with anyone. While half awake and still half asleep, I could faintly hear my twin brother's voice in the distance as he was talking to someone on his cell phone. I would hear his footsteps coming down the stairs, and the door close shut behind him. About 1 hour or so later, I would hear him return, laughing while on the phone, and yell, "Thank you," to someone who was still outside. What? Where in the hall was this person when you thought it was perfectly normal to smash a fan over my head after I had cleaned your decades of filth from neglect? I had awakened still angry and pissed off, but now I was enraged, infuriated beyond belief. Shortly thereafter, I would hear my brother go outside again, and then I thought it was a good time to finally get up and out of the bed. So I did, and sat on the living room's couch, and by some sort of wicked influence from Satan himself, my grandmother would enter the living room, while continuing on with a conversation with my twin brother. The following video is a reenactment of what would transpire in that living room. The straw that broke the camel's back.
Hey honey, I was just talking to your brother on the phone. He told me to ask you where is his exercise ball?
Please don't ask me anything about a ball or that car.
But your brother needs it. He said it was in the car the last time you drove it.
I'm hurt and bleeding here, and you want to ask me about his ball? Don't ask me shit about that damn ball or that damn car.
So now you're talking mean and ugly again.
Why don't you ask me how I'm feeling or doing? I was just attacked and had a fan smashed over my head. Do you remember? I don't give two shits about that damn ball. Now leave me alone.
You better stop yelling and saying mean ugly things. I'll call the police on you.
You have got to be a wicked devil for you not to defend me here. You care more about him and that damn ball than you do me, and I was just physically assaulted yesterday in this very living room.
You better stop yelling before I call the police. You're causing problems. I want you to leave.
What? Fuck you.
If I call the police on you, you will lose what you have going on overseas.
Wow. Fuck you. I will never ever return to this home again in my life. Next year I will not be back. July 28th to August 5th. As I'm typing the script for the conclusion to this video, I struggle to describe and express exactly what I'm trying to say. How does one explain the unexplainable? How does one share their vacation experience and have it colored with traveling 24 hours to the opposite side of the planet, with righteous intentions of helping your elderly grandmother and twin brother during your vacation time? The time that should be spent on father-son bonding time, just to have it end with being physically assaulted by your twin brother who smashed a fan over your head, and having your elderly grandmother threaten you with the police and losing your career? Wow. There is absolutely no reasonable justification my twin brother or grandmother can offer for treating me so badly, especially given the facts of how I endeavored so diligently to help them undo some of the problems brought on by their years of slothfulness and neglect. For the last week of my time in their home, I isolated myself in a room and did not acknowledge or talk to either of them. I did not eat their food either. I was in a survival situation and I had to protect myself physically, psychologically, and be careful and cautious to not provoke my grandmother into calling the police on me. My immediate thoughts on what happened was how unfortunate it was for my son to have experienced and have witnessed that traumatic event, but not I've come to realize that now my son has saw firsthand with his own eyes the dysfunctional, abusive, toxic behavior patterns that have plagued our family for decades. He has witnessed firsthand the situations that keeps me at a distance with my family. Also, with saying this, my son is well aware of the power he has and choose his own decisions wisely, and the responsibility of doing better by correcting those toxic behaviors in his own life. Unfortunately, my twin brother, my grandmother and me did not reconcile our family relationships prior to my departure on August 5th. Since being back in Taiwan, where I'm living and working, I've been no contact with my twin brother and extremely low contact with my grandmother. If they want to get back into my good graces, they are going to have to give me a sincere apology. They severed the family relationship ties. They drew the straw that broke the camel's back. If you've made it to the end of video, thank you. You're the best. If you enjoyed the story, please click like, share, and subscribe. Until next time, take care. Bye for now.
Like, subscribe, share, and stay tuned for more videos. Bye for now. Take care.